Introduction. Background of the school. Sekolah Kebangsaan Tusan Baru is a rural primary school located in Kampung Tusan Baru, Sandakan, Sabah. It was established in 1986 as a result of the initiative of village who want basic education for their children, starting with one teacher and 8 students in a community hall. With a student population of around 40 and 50, SK Tusan Baru continues to play an important role in providing quality education to the local community despite being located in remote area. Next, purpose of the report. This report is meant to give a detailed profile of Sekolah Tusan Baru Kebangsaan Sandakan together with its background, administrative structure, facility, academic, and co-curriculum record. It also tries to evaluate how the school is able to provide quality education to the rural part of the community besides identifying its strong and weak
problem identification, issue low English language proficiency. Students at SK Tusan Baru struggle with understanding, writing, and speaking English. This impacts their academic performance, communication, confidence, and readiness for future education or opportunity. Root cause and sociological analysis. Limited exposure, English is rarely spoken at home or in the community, limiting student practice opportunity. Socioeconomic factor, many students come from low-income families who cannot afford books or tuition to support linguistic learning. Teaching competency. Not all English teachers have updated pedagogy or confidence to teach effectively. Sociological theory. Number 1 is culture capital border. Students lack culture resources such as English books, films, or parental support. Number 2 is a functionalism. English proficiency is essential for social integration and education success. Number 3 is symbolic interaction. Students form self-perception based on feedback from teacher and peers, which can reinforce low expectations.
Intervention strategy. There are 3 strategies. Number 1 is English immersion program. The goal is to help students learn more English, especially outside the classroom. The key strategy is English zone, speak English during assemble, library time, and English classes. Content-based learning, use English in subjects like science and maths. Peer mentoring, like older student helps younger one practice English. As for the digital tools, use a simple apps and audio lesson to improve vocabulary and listening, even with low internet. The impact from this one is that it builds a fluency and confidence, prepares students for school and future careers, create a positive attitude towards English. The next one is teacher training and continuous professional development. Why it matters? Because if we get a better support, we will have better teaching and learning. And what we do is that we are having a CPD courses like inclusive and personalized and literacy focus with help from PKG Sandakan, and peer circle like monthly sharing and support session, and online credential like learn anytime and get certified from HRMIS and SPL KPM. And the impact from this one is that we will have more confident teachers and better and student-friendly lesson and growth for all. One is community-based reading program. The goal is to foster a love for reading through whole community involvement. The key activities is to have a reading buddies, like having weekly session with parents, volunteer, and older kids, and mobile library, like having boat or hook, brings books to nearby villages, and storytelling event like older share folktales and cultural story. and home reading kits like books and tips to support reading at home. The impact from this one is reading becomes fun and meaningful, and it can be stronger from home and school ties, and it also good for our learning community.
Okay, next I will explain our implementation plan. This part show how we will do our 3 strategies. It includes who is involved, when it will happen, and how we solve any problems. Okay, let's start with roles and responsibility. The school principal will manage the whole plan and approve research. English teacher will lead the English activities, join training, and check student progress. Other teachers we will also support by using simple English in their subject. Students will join the daily English program and practice speaking every day. Parents will help children read at home and join sample workshops. Community member will help by hosting reading session and giving books. Lastly, the education office will give training and support to the school. This plan will run for one full school year from January to November. In January and February, we will do preparation like meeting, checking English level, and planning teacher training. From March to September, we will start the real works, daily English activities, monthly teacher workshop, and community reading session. In October and November, we will check if students improve, collect feedback, and make the plan better for next time. Now we look at the challenges and how to solve them. First, we may not have enough book and material. To solve this, we can ask free material online or ask help from NGO. Second, some parents may not join, so we will ask simple guide in 2 language and do weekend workshops. Third, some teacher may not feel confident. We will give training and support from other teachers. Fourth, internet is not stable in rural area, so we will ask USB and printed material. Lastly, some students are shy to speak English, so we will make learning fun using games, stories, and role plays. Okay.
Assessment and evaluation. Let's begin by looking at the purpose of our assessment and evaluation. The main goal here is to systematically evaluate the impact of the measures we've implemented at SK Terusan Baru Sandakan Sabah. We're focusing on 3 key areas: academic, student behavior, and co-curricular involvement. At the same time, we also want to assess how the measure affect the student potential, the classroom environment, and the overall school atmosphere. This gives us a holistic view of the effectiveness of our interventions. 5.1 Tools for measuring effectiveness. Now moving on to the tools we've used to gather reliable data. There are several strategies in place. Academic assessment. We've been using both formative and summative methods like written exercises, weekly assignment, short tests, and quizzes. This help us spot where students are struggling and where they're improving. Behavioral monitoring and questionnaires. Teachers also monitor student behavior over time. This allows them to give timely advice and motivation. The use of questionnaires supports this by giving us more structured feedback. Classroom observation. Through regular classroom observation, teachers are able to monitor how engaged students are, how they participate, interact, and progress throughout the learning process. Performance data analysis. We've compared academic and co-curricular performance before and after each intervention. This helps us ensure students are more active and that learning remains enjoyable and engaging.
5.2 Monitoring progress and outcomes. In terms of tracking progress, we've adopted a systematic monitoring process. Regular monitoring by teachers. Teachers consistently observe how students behave in class, not just academically, but also in how they communicate and express interest in learning. Student progress reports. After each final exam, we compile progress report to help us identify individual student potential in learning, sports, and behavioral development. Improvement recommendations. The insights gained from classroom monitoring are then used to develop action plans aimed at boosting its students' academic potential. Feedback from students and parents. We've also gathered feedback from both students and parents. This helps us to understand the school shortcomings and decide on actions that would improve the learning environment, making it more comfortable and supportive for our students. That's all from me. Thank you.
Last but not least, reflection and conclusion. Benefits and limitations. ESEB2043 Baru provides supportive and focused learning environment due to its small student population and strong community involvement. Teachers can offer more personal attention and core values like knowledge, independence, and service are emphasized. However, the school faces a rural challenge such as limited facility, lack of digital access, and fewer opportunities for broader academic exposure. Next, alignment with educational goals. ESEB2043 Baru support Malaysia educational goals by providing quality education to rural students, in line with the Malaysia Education Blueprint. Despite limited resources, the school promotes inclusivity, student well-being, moral value, and holistic development. Finally, key takeaway. First, support of the community is the key to sustaining rural school. And next, one can have good education despite the few resources given that there is commitment and good leadership, holistic development.